Ever since the vote came through where the Senate 60-40 Monday night, that long night when I did that live video, the words of Speaker of the House Johnson have haunted me. They have haunted me. I want you to hear these words, okay? Listen to this very carefully. It's biblical talk in my mind.
I'm very thankful to see you all this morning. I'm thankful to welcome you to what appears to be the beginning of the end of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, as shameful as that is. I don't think it's coincidental, you know how I think, but it's after 40 days of wandering in the wilderness and making the American people suffer needless.
Did you check out the clues and the codes? The beginning of the end, in the wilderness, 40 days. People, I need to share something with you. That's what I woke up to this morning. 622 on the microwave. That's the day that we bombed Iran. That is the day that America bombed Iran. And you might ask, what does that have to do with this?
Morning, everybody. I'm very thankful to see you all this morning. I'm thankful to welcome you to what appears to be the beginning of the end of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, as shameful as that is. I don't think it's coincidental, you know how I think, but it's after 40 days of wandering in the wilderness. And
who wandered in the wilderness? And put it in the chat if your mind went into reflection mode after you heard this. Because it was the very next day, like yesterday, the 10th of November. But good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson. Welcome to Franchise Blue. It is 11/11. Yeah, what that? Veterans Day? Yeah, Veterans Day. Salute. Tuesday. Who was wandering around in the wilderness in old times? If that ain't biblical talk, I don't know what is. It had to be Israel. That had to be Israel. Can we give it a shout out to the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the comprehensive time conclusion? Because I have something to show you. This thing been bugging me for a few days. I think I have cracked the code. It started with this. That on today, November 9th of 2025, Sunday, they worship the sun god Sol Invictus, the Romans. That's what they used to do. We're back in that era. Today should be the day that the government shutdown ends, November 9th. And I'm going to show you by the numbers. How did I know it? Why did God show me? I'll put this in the link in the description. Most of you all have seen it. It spoke. But let me show you what else it spoke to. When I did my live show, you guys were up with me real late, and we had 40 no's and 56 yes. Then about 45 minutes later, we finally had 59 yes and 40 no's. Then we waited, and we waited, and we waited from somebody from Texas to show up and cast his vote, a yes. I found it very suspicious, so I went and I decoded it live. Check this out. The anniversary of Texas is 12/29/2024. Today is 11/9/2025. That's 45 weeks. Trump. That's what it says. I don't make the numbers up. I just use my head. He's from Texas. You guys said he's from Texas. Let's go to let's see if we can get an update, and then we're gonna check out this guy's age. We still got 59 votes. All right, let's get this guy's age. His name is John C-O-R-N. Here it is right here. He was born February 2nd, 1952. He's 73 years old. 2-2. Oh, wow, 2-2. All right, let's look at it. 2-2. Let's put everything in the Gematria calculator. Okay. We make it 2025. Well, if we make it, we got 9/11. We got 9/11, people. That's not good. That's his birthday. That was his last birthday. 2/2/2025. John Cornyn, his last birthday, February 2nd, 2025. Plus it's a 2-2. It's a 2-2. Look at his birthday, 2-2. What does that remind you of? The football game. The football game. Look, the football game. 44-2-2. Is that coincidence? And it's Washington Commanders. And they're in Washington. What are the odds? Trump was at this game today. 44 is Obama, allegedly. 2-2 is the V on the head in iPad Goat. And now this guy's birthday is 2-2. So let's take the 2-2, 2025, from today's date. You get 9/11, people. That ain't good. Let's go back out. And that stuck with me. And I had no idea the next morning he would speak and to me give me another hint. So I want you to follow me down this rabbit hole. Because this is Mike Johnson's birthday, January 30th, 1972. January 30th, 2025, his last birthday. From the day that the shutdown ended, like I predicted, 11/9/2025, the difference is 9/11. So you mean to tell me this man who talked about the 40 days in the wilderness, just like Israel was in the Bible, I just want you to wrap your mind around it. This man's birthday, from the day that the shutdown ended is 9/11. And the man who cast the last vote, when you take his birthday and subtract it from that same date, 11/9, shutdown ended, you get 9/11. Do you think they're telling us something? 40 days and 40 nights. And what he said, I don't think that's an accident. Was he really talking about the shutdown? 40 days and 40 nights. I don't think that's an accident. In the wilderness. 60-40 vote. I digress. How about this? 40 days. That come out to 47. Who's the 47th president? Mike Johnson became Speaker of the House the first time, October 25th, 2023. There it is right there. 11/9, shutdown ended. The difference is 2/16. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday. Is that coincidence? We already saw this man here, right? 2-2, got 9/11. And what about this? 2/2/2025, his birthday again. July 4th, 2025, our anniversary, America. There's your 216 again, Barack Obama. Is that coincidence? And how about this? 60-40. Did that stand out in your mind? 60-40? Because it never moved from 40, but he graduated to 60. Israel in the wilderness, 40 years, the promised land. Didn't Barack Obama write a book called The Promised Land? I featured that last month, did I not? So we got 40 years. But we got the 62, right? What's the significance? 5/14/2023. That is, you know what? Let's do this another way. Trump got hit in the ear on July 13th, 2024, right? Israel's anniversary becoming a nation is 5/14/2024. Same year, 60 days apart. 60 days, 60 votes. Okay. What about this? 11/9, the day of the vote, right? Versus 9/11. 9/11, yeah, it showed you 9/11, didn't it? The difference is 84. Barack Obama's birthday is August 4th. Is that coincidence? And how about this? 11/9/2025, the vote came in, reopened the government. 2/9/2025, what is that? What is 2/9? Well, let's go all the way back. 2/9. 2/9, 2/9, 2/9, 2/9. 2/9 got to make you think about the difference in the days. And I want to bring you up to that because I want to show you the 60 and the 40. So I thought I had another reference, but let's go with this here. 2/9, I'm sorry. Why am I looking at that? Here's your 2/9 right here. 2/9. February 9th is the 40th day of the year. So I was out of sync with my windows. So now let's go back to it. 2/9, which is the 40th day of the year, versus 11/9, they ended the shutdown. The difference is 274. There's your king, Sol Invictus.
Quickly became the official deity of the Roman Empire. The name means unconquered sun, symbolizing light, power, and victory. For the Romans, Sol Invictus was more than just a solar deity. He represented the eternal, undefeatable spirit of Rome. The sun god's most significant festival, Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, was celebrated on December 25th. Sound familiar? Some historians believe that the Roman worship of Sol Invictus influenced the choice of this date for Christmas, when Christianity later became the empire's dominant.
This is what they want us to go to. The Roman Empire, in my mind, the sun god, what Trump calls it, the golden age. They're doing wordplay, just like I believe he was. So I'm breaking it down for you. Now look at this here. February 9th is the 40th day of the year, right? And look, February 9th was the Super Bowl, the last one. Philadelphia scored 40 points. Significance of Philadelphia: Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Liberty Bell, Independence Hall. It has a lot of significance. The 40 is speaking. And let's go there also. Noah and 40 days. In the biblical story, Noah's Ark, the rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights, a period of continuous downpour that caused a global flood to cover the earth. After the 40 days, the floodwaters continued to rise, and the ark floated on the surface for a total of 150 days before the waters began to recede, allowing Noah and his family to eventually repopulate the earth. This was God's new world order, that is, maintaining and or restoring the order that he made all the way from creation. Is that what's going on here? We got the golden age coming, and it's not, they're warning us, they're just not telling us. They're talking in parables. Because look, Israel had a 6-day war back in the day, June 5th to June 10th of 67. Take June 10th of 2025 from 11/9, when the shutdown ended, the difference is 2/16. And again, the 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday. And would you believe that Trump spoke today? Of course, Veterans Day. And listen to how he's speaking.
You look good, General. You look, I wish I looked that good. You look good. Thank you very much, General. America's warriors never quit, never surrender. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win. That's what we do. We win battles. As you know, today is not only Veterans Day, but it's my proclamation that we are now going to be saying and calling Victory Day for World War I. Victory Day. You know, I was recently at an event and I saw France was celebrating Victory Day, but we didn't. And I saw France was celebrating another Victory Day for World War II. And other countries were celebrating. They were all celebrating. We're the one that won the wars. And I said, from now on, we're going to say Victory Day for World War I and World War II. And we could do for plenty of other wars, but we'll start with those two. Maybe someday somebody else will add a couple of more because we won a lot of good ones. But when I see other countries celebrating Victory Day, I watched it. I watched UK, I watched Russia. They were celebrating Victory Day, World War II. And I said, we got to have a Victory Day. Nobody even talked about it in our country. But from now on, we're going to be celebrating Victory Day for World War I, for World War II, and frankly, for everything else. Under the Trump administration, we're restoring the pride and the winning spirit of the United States military. That's why we have officially renamed the Department of Defense back to the original name, Department of War. And remember, we won World War I, we won World War II, we won everything in between, we won everything that came before. And then we brilliantly decided to change the name of this great thing that we all created together. And we became politically correct. We don't like being politically correct. So we're not going to be politically correct anymore. From now on, when we fight a war, we only fight for one reason, to win. We fight to win.
I think he set the tone and tenor. Not just because it's Veterans Day. I think between him and Johnson, they're speaking without speaking. Tell me what you think. Thank you.